Precisely. Two best buds. Precisely. Drinking beer and talking about stuff. Precisely. Bo and Tony. Precisely. Playing and reviewing games.
How's it going, everyone? This is Precisely Podcast, a podcast about beer and video games. I'm your host, Bo, and with me, as always, Big Tone.
That's right, I'm here, and we also have Kelly with us.
How's it going, Kelly?
Oh, I'm great, guys. Good
Welcome
to be
back
here.
for, the third time in a row?
Sure, let's call it that.
Hell yeah.
Who's
We're happy
counting?
to have you back. I'm counting, I guess, but my count radar might be off. I don't know. So, what's everyone been up to these past 2 weeks?
Dude, just busy end of summer life, trying to get it all in, right?
Get it all in, for sure.
Yeah, enjoy the last little bit of summer we have, and
The bike life.
that's right.
I went biking with you the other day.
Yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I did not do so good.
You shredded the gnar.
I did not.
Shredded all kinds of nut.
I walked a lot of the gnar.
That's how I do it, too.
Yeah. I walked a shit ton of the gnar. I was just like, oh, fuck. I'm good at biking, just road biking. But yeah, no, going over roots and stumps and
It's scary once you
And
get out
rocks,
on top of
and
it.
then going downhill real fast.
And
No.
it's tight. And
yeah, it's not for me.
I definitely want to keep trying it, but it's hard to, break yourself from that being scared of
Yeah.
It is.
that stuff to get
Definitely.
over.
I went yesterday, and I fell probably more times than I ever have fallen before.
How many times did you fall?
Probably like half a dozen times.
Holy
and
shit.
nothing was real bad. I got a little bruised up a little bit, but
Yeah. That's scary. But cool too.
yeah. I mean, I guess you always think it's going to be worse than it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your first, I don't know. Anytime you think about it, it's like, oh, if I go too fast, I'm going to crack my
Yeah.
head open or something.
That's exactly what
And
my
I-
thought process
and-
is, 100%.
Yeah, and with me, the whole big downhill parts, I did 2 out of the 4 or whatever that were on the pathway that we did, and I just went down so fast, and my brakes aren't good, my tires aren't good, they're all old. I'm just like, fuck this. So the last 2, I was just like, no, I'm not doing it, and I hesitated, so I just had to walk down them, and that's the whole thing, with anything in life is if you hesitate, you're gonna fuck up. But I didn't fuck up because I hesitated so much that I was just like, nope,
Just
gonna
flake
stop
out on it.
and walk.
That's exactly what you gotta do. Just
Yeah,
stare it down and be like, no, you know what? We're done here.
yeah,
There's no shame in that. It's
yeah.
better than
No,
getting
and
hurt.
Tony, you're a great host on mountain biking with me for one of my first times doing off road stuff, and it all seems easy, really, but once you do it, it's just nah, it's not. So mad respect on that.
Yeah, mad respect. Mad respect to my fiance Scott does the same thing. He's actually out riding as we speak.
Shout out Scott.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy he's it clears your head. I give him that. You go out, you got the woods and it's beautiful, but man, I'm just so scared I'm going to just eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's like therapy, though, bike therapy or something. But I guess you can get the same thing from video games and stuff. And it's about being present, present in the moment. You have to,
Yeah.
You have to be there paying attention to your bike and what you're doing, or you are so involved in a game.
Yeah, you have to know the whole tutorial before you can jump into it later in the game. You
Yeah.
have to know what's going on beforehand. Yeah, I completely agree.
It's a great thing about hobbies is you can have so many of them, but then you got to be paying attention to do it right.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
you're knitting a sweater or whatever, you got to pay attention or you're going to knit 3 armholes.
Exactly. You can't be preoccupied with anything else.
Good thing I
Exactly.
have 3 arms.
Yeah, that's what living so close to the nuclear power plant does for you.
Ooh. Slade.
Shout out to you, TMI.
Shout out TMI. I wanna make this podcast the biggest shout out podcast ever. Let's make it happen because one of our podcasts a lot of my coworkers that listen to this podcast say that like one of the first ones that we were on with you, Kelly, was like the biggest shout out podcast ever.
We have to break the record that
Yeah,
we
have
set.
to. I'm pretty sure it was at least over 20. So
Great.
I think we're at like 2 now.
Well, I think we have some pretty important stuff to talk about on this one, so maybe we'll save the biggest shout out.
I got some shout outs though too, but we'll get to them
episode.
later. Yeah.
Oh man.
Either way, let's talk about the beer we're drinking right now, since this is sort of a beer podcast.
What are we drinking?
Tony, we are drinking Evil Fucking Genius Beer Company, Flying Hawaiian. And
Do you have any questions about Evil Genius for me? Kelly, maybe?
is it a brewery?
Yeah, it is a brewery. But did you know they used to rent out like breweries so they could make their beer in other people's breweries?
I did not know that. Tell me more.
Well, that's how they got started. And now they make great beers with awesome hashtags.
Yeah, so actually I wouldn't know anything that I'm about to say. But let's say I did know. Evil Genius, yeah, like Tony said, they made a lot of good beers back in the day. Like a few years ago, they came about and they did not have a brewery, but they had great recipes. And so they sent out their recipes to different breweries to can it, brew it, all that for them. And they paid a lot of money probably to get it done, but they got their beer out to a lot of people real fast. And their beer is fucking solid. They're a Pennsylvania brewery, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I think now they do have their own brewery in, did you say, Tony?
No.
Okay.
Outside of Philly, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's outside of Philadelphia. I have not been there yet, but all their beers are very clever. A lot of like hashtag beers. So this one is Flying Hawaiian, which is a tropical punch pale ale. What do you guys think about it, Kelly?
It's got a little hint of juiciness, but not too overwhelming. It's not like you set out to drink a fruit beer, but you've definitely got a little bit there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Can you taste the guava?
So much guava.
There's no guava in this one.
Oh, really?
Guava
thought it
was
was a guava
adulting.
beer.
It might be guava.
Oh, adulting is the one I have in my fridge at home right now. Or hashtag adulting. Excuse me.
I don't know. I taste a little bit of guava.
Yeah. No, it tastes like it's very fruity to me, Keller.
You think so? I don't think
Yeah.
so. But that's also because like I often seek out a fruity beer, and that's like, this is pretty. I don't know.
It's
feels
mild.
so subtle to
It's
me.
because it's an IPA, so it
Right.
has all the bitters with it.
Right.
So it kills some of the fruitiness. But it is very fruity. It's
Strong fruit punch taste.
Yeah, fruit punch is what I was thinking.
It's
too.
like
Yeah.
fruit punch and hops or barley or something.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it is.
I like it. It's good.
I like their stuff. They had one that I had. It was called This One Time at Band Camp, and I really like
yeah.
that one. I like the name too. That was fun.
Yeah, so what happened at band camp?
I can't talk about that on the podcast.
Scott, don't listen, earmuffs. So
only,
we have
only the people who were there will know.
Yeah. So if you guys listened to our last episode of Precisely Podcast, we talked about weird controllers, and we sort of had to cut it short just because of time. So we want to mention a few honorable mentions onto it that we didn't talk about that we do want to talk about now.
Right on.
One being, Tony.
The Miller Lite beer can controller.
Yes. So tell me more about this, because this is a controller that a lot of people haven't heard about, wasn't publicized a lot. I'm pretty sure there's only 200 made.
I'm not exactly sure how many were made, but it's just it's a regular beer can, essentially, and then they just added on some electronics to it, and you can use it to control,
Anything.
mostly any game. Yeah,
It's a Bluetooth controller.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it has real beer in it.
And yeah, it has real Miller Lite beer in it, which is awesome. So they released this on E3 in 2019, and if you wanted to win the beer controller, you had to beat Eric Andre, the comedian, in Street Fighter
That's right.
with the controller. So he was playing with the same beer controller. And like talking beer controller, it's a spherical controller with like a memory over it that has the control pad, D-pad, everything, the A, B, C, D buttons.
Yeah, it was a pretty basic layout,
Pretty basic.
You're not playing you're not playing like a PS4 game with it, probably.
Yeah.
You'd probably play something along a more retro concept.
Exactly.
Very cool looking, though, and very unique. And I want one, and I have it on, like if anyone posts anything with Miller Lite beer can controller, Miller Lite controller on eBay, like, I'll get a notification. I have not gotten one yet. So.
I wonder if I play Eric Andre in Street Fighter, if he would just give me the beer can controller because he would take pity on me on how bad I am at it.
Ooh, maybe.
I don't
Because
know.
I'm absolute garbage. He would just be like, I'm so sorry that you're like this. Have a consolation prize.
Honestly, knowing that there's only 2 controllers, if I was there at E3, I'd probably like start playing. If I was losing, I'd probably just like walk away with the controller in my hand.
Do you think?
No lie.
They would be on you so quick
They
for
would
that.
not. They're all promo people.
Mm.
Even Eric Andre, they're not getting paid enough for that.
You don't think they have security there for Eric Andre? That would
No, they do not have security for Eric Andre. Are you kidding
like
me?
one guy at least. I mean,
He probably has one dude.
he has probably
Hannibal
one.
Buress.
Guy.
Yeah, it's Hannibal. Yeah,
He probably has one guy.
yeah, and he's not doing shit.
All right,
He's like high in the corner,
maybe,
thinking about his anxiety or something.
maybe.
Either way, that was one of my honorable mentions
That's a pretty cool one.
for a weird controller.
The one that I have, I actually did not know about until Scott told me about it. He actually said he owned one of these when he was a kid because he had a PlayStation 1 back in the day. And his parents got him a... it basically looks like a fight pad plus 2 joystick controllers coming out the top of it. And it was... Sony's precursor to the 2 analog controllers on your controller as they are now. Instead of them being in the middle, the original PS1 controller did not have those. So then Sony came out with this dual analog stick. Like I can't remember what it's called now, but they called it like a analog controller basically. And it was just like pretty large. It had large buttons and then 2 large joysticks. And it was like, he said it was essentially impossible to play anything with it, which I can believe. He also said he was like, well, I couldn't play G-Police on it, so I didn't want it. And I was looking it up as he was talking about it because I'd never seen it. And I was like, well, it doesn't say that G-Police is one of the games that is compatible with it. So maybe that's why it didn't work.
Right.
So that seemed pretty interesting to me. So I think that's pretty cool that Sony brought that out before and then they smushed it down. So now we have the 2 sticks on there as we know and love.
We do love them. I'm excited to see what the PS5 controller is going to be.
It's the same.
How do you know?
Well, they just released a bunch of new colors and stuff, so wouldn't it be the same?
No, that's for
No.
PS4.
You don't think it's going to be the same?
It's going to be slightly different, I
Do you
think,
think
but
it's going
generally
to be
the same.
backwards compatible? Oh, wow, that probably sucked for everyone. Sorry. I hit my knee on the table.
I'd hope it was backwards compatible.
I hope so too. I mean, now
Xbox is doing that.
and now that
There's
Xbox is doing it,
Yeah. There's no reason that they shouldn't do that.
PS2
you know?
didn't do it for PS3, and PS3 didn't do it for PS4.
Well, PS2 didn't have the standard wireless controller.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
PS3 did.
Yeah. But then the PS4 controller was upgraded, tremendously from the PS3, I think,
yeah,
in my
the
opinion.
pad, yes, that was a huge
Pad
change
and
for
light
it.
bar.
But what else are they going to do now? Pretty much, and this is already capable, or goes with the VR and everything.
Yeah.
So
I mean, personally, I hope that it's backwards compatible, the controllers at the very least, but knowing Sony, they probably will not. Honestly, they won't.
Well, I have to say that Sony did surprise me with the acquisition of Insomniac Games this past week.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Tell us more about that.
Basically, they signed on so that Insomniac is now like under their umbrella, so to speak, and they have the exclusive rights to any games that they make. So Spider-Man was one of theirs.
Yeah, the big one.
Ratchet and Clank, which for me, this is huge because I'm sitting in the edge of my seat like, can we get another one, please? Because that's one of my favorite series of all time, and I would kill to have another Ratchet and Clank come out.
Did you play the newest one on PS4?
The one that's like technically a remake, yes.
Okay. I have not.
It was good. I did enjoy it. It seems to follow, closely to what they were trying to do with that movie that they came out with. But it's very similar to the first one, which is one of the first games I played on PlayStation 2 and owned, and that's why I fell in love with the PlayStation 2. But it's very similar, but there's just a little bit of tweaking that if you didn't play the original as much as, anybody did, you wouldn't really know. But the storyline is still, pretty much there.
Right on.
But it's a really fun game, and it didn't take me long to beat, so I recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play more Ratchet and Clanks. I haven't played the most recent one, but I remember the PS2 one. And I didn't realize the most recent one is a remake of it.
Essentially. Yeah, there's like a little difference to it.
Okay.
But it's basically them telling their story of how they met together.
Yeah.
So they're retelling that whole first game.
Okay.
In a way.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about once I get my game room finished, just playing that series start to finish, just going through it because I love that. It's so good.
Nice.
It's a good series.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot to do in it.
So do you want to shout out your whole new production of things that you're doing?
Oh, yeah. So this week I also started, because I didn't have enough on my plate, I decided to basically start a little business this week with one of my close friends. We went to high school together. I've known her for about 15 years now, probably. My friend Ashley and I have started a company that sells vintage items, basically.
Okay.
We both really love, and I'm sure a lot of people in this community also do, just love going to thrift shops and seeing what you can find. And, for us, it's mostly video games, but I really enjoy, looking at the clothes, the movies, anything that just is really, it just sticks out. And it's just like, that's super cool. And, that's from an era that just everything was great and it looked awesome. So the two of us have been doing that for years together, just going to thrift shops, just hanging out, checking out an antique store or whatever. And we finally went to a store on, Friday. And we were like, so, we have so much stuff between us and we've always been curious, what's it cost for a booth? And he was talking to us about it. And we were like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just get a booth at this place. We'll set up and, we'll sell our stuff here. And I am so for it because I'm so sick of selling on eBay. Yeah. That was my hugest drive was in the past month. I've made a lot of sales but I'm so tired of shipping. And in the past month, I've made probably over 20 sales or something. But, I've already got one person had to send something back because it got damaged in the shipping. It's when I sell that at a store, I don't have to ship it, and I don't have to worry about USPS screwing up my package, and they get it, and now they're upset because they wanted it, and now it's broken, and it was neither of our faults, but now I'm gonna have to pay for it basically. Yeah. And so I was over that. I'm just overspending an evening packing 12 boxes. You know what I mean? I was just done, and I was these guys, they'll take care of housing it, so it's not in my home. They'll take care of monitoring it. They'll take care of all the legality. It is in York, Pennsylvania. So it is where I used to live, ironically. Moved out of that town and then moved all my stuff down there to sell. But so if you're looking to check it out, It's in American Daydream Antiques and Miscellanea. It's like kind of like an old repurposed barn that they did a really good job with. The owner is very down to earth. He's looking to kind of revamp it so it's kind of, you're feeling that nostalgia when you drive by. You see a big, like, he wants to put like a big neon sign, like a soda jerk, and like all those things that make you feel good and make you want to stop and like have a good time, and just, you can come look at the cool stuff, but you know, just enjoy yourself. And like, so he's doing really great with that. But if you're not local or if you're not passing through, we'll probably end up putting our stuff up on like our Instagram page that we have for it, and just like showcasing it before we take it over. So if anybody does want to buy it and have it shipped, we'll make that offer, like, you know, probably for a little bit before we take it over to the shop. But if you want to follow it, it is Retro and Rad on our Instagram. And if you need to contact us, you can contact us there with questions, and we'll be posting some cool stuff that we find.
Cool.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be great.
Yeah, congrats to you guys.
Yeah, thanks. It's we're both really excited about this. This has been something we've wanted to do for a while. It's just time to, you know, pull that pin on it.
Yeah. Are there like specific like eras you're focusing on?
Between the two of us, we normally tend to go to, I would say, probably like a mid-century and later. I'm always like heavier on the 70s, 80s, 90s kind of stuff. Obviously, like video games. We have a lot of vintage, you know, cool vintage shirts, mugs, pins. I've got like VHSs and records, toys, that kind of stuff. Like that good old time that you had, and you want to buy it again. Because I love that feeling.
So, did you guys hear about the guy that got pulled over in Washington for playing Pokemon Go?
Oh, didn't he have like a ton of phones on him or something?
He had 8 phones, like in like a power bank type situation.
Yeah, didn't they, he had it like folded over and something, and they like unfolded it, and it was like all these phones.
Yeah, it was literally 8 phones that were like all like set up that he could like play them all at once type shit. And he was on the side of the highway, pulled over on the side of the highway in Washington, and a cop pulled behind him being like, oh, this guy might need help, you know, or, you know, maybe I'm going to arrest him for a DUI or something. Went up to his window and saw that the dude had a shit ton of fucking phones going all at the same time with Pokemon Go.
That's
Hear
wild.
about this, Tony?
No, but what happened?
Nothing. He gave him a warning, which is a nice cop, because he didn't pull him over for playing Pokemon Go. He pulled him over. He didn't even pull him over. He just
He's already stopped.
pulled over to check up on him to see if he was all right.
So he wasn't really doing anything wrong, right?
No, well,
yes and no.
You can, I mean, the technicality is you could assume he was driving and playing Pokemon Go. However, he was pulled over when the cop came upon him, so he can't legally make that assumption. However, we as humans can be like, he probably was getting a few swipes in there.
Yeah, there's some Pokestops that he was stopping at or something.
Yeah, but that's
and especially
pretty
having
crazy.
8 cell phones with different accounts of Pokemon, like, you're doing something.
And you're playing, like you're
what?
getting a data plan for each of those phones too, or like
Yeah.
there's something that has a hotspot. I don't know, like you're paying some
hustling.
sort of money there.
Or he's like Craigslist adding like Pokemon Go, like, hey, I'll level up your shit for you.
Do people really buy into that though?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I wouldn't. I mean, just generally, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. But
Sounds sketchy as hell.
I know some people are addicted to Pokemon Go, not including myself. And yeah.
You're saying you're not addicted to Pokemon Go?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
Not
Well,
at
it's
all.
here now, audio recorded. So,
I play it every day, but I'm not addicted
but he's not
to it.
addicted.
All right, delete it off your phone then.
Why would I do that? I find enjoyment
To prove a
in it.
point.
I mean, I find enjoyment in it. I don't play off of more than one phone.
Have you ever seen that picture of that guy in Japan that has like a bike mount
Yes.
and it's like 50 phones
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
upwards? That's
He's my role
insane.
model. Yeah.
I can't imagine like trying to like.
And he's old as hell.
Yes, I can't imagine trying to do like 2 phones.
Like, to me, that's the epitome of a Pokemaster. I'm just like, yes, you got it.
He's got to have a gym somewhere.
He does have a gym, for sure. He for sure.
I don't
needs
know
a
what
gym.
badge you would get from him, but it would be badass.
You would need more Pokemon than him to get a badge.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's awesome. Either way, let's get into the main subject of the course, which is Nintendo Indie World, which just happened the other day. Nintendo released a bunch of indie games, and a lot of them seem very cool. So I'm going to go by this pretty fast because I didn't write that many notes for all of them, and some of them I didn't write notes for any of them. So number one game that they showed was Risk of Rain. It's a 3D roguelike game where if you fuck up and die, you start over again and redo it.
That would frustrate me so much.
Yeah, it didn't look like a game for me.
Yeah, I probably won't.
And I'm
get
pretty
that.
sure this game's for other platforms too, like PS4 and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Not really for me. Number two, Eastworld. It's a 2D sprite base with a lot of characters. I'm excited to see more of this. Reminds me of like an Earthbound with updated graphics.
That sounds pretty good. Like that one
I
sounds more my speed.
I absolutely loved the look of this game. I was all about it. I want to see more of it. You know, I want to see what people say about it once it comes out. But I might be an early adopter with it too. You know, and just play it as soon as it comes out too. Number three was Freedom Finger. It's a shmup-like game that allows you to grab any enemy and use it as a weapon.
That's something I am interested in, and you would know this because I about lost my mind when we were playing Dynamite Cop, and I could pick up a baguette and beat somebody to hell with it.
Hell yeah.
That was so fun.
But this is a shmup and not a beat 'em up.
I know, but still.
Yes.
Still.
But a baguette.
But if I can, yeah, but still, if I can use anything that's not actually a real weapon
Yes.
as a weapon,
Okay,
I am
I
in
see the
for
correlation
it.
right now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Totally down for this game too.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I want to see how much it is and possibly buy it. Roki was number 4, or Rokai. It looks to me like a simple story-based game without telling you its story or reasoning. Looks pretty, but looks like a 3-hour game to me. It reminded me of like a Journey game where all you're doing is it's just like environmental running around in a linear path, and then eventually when you get to a spot you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
There really wasn't much to it to me. Like I was just like like pretty, yes. Good, maybe. Story base, probably great without even telling you anything. Number 5 is Torchlight 2. It looked like a Gauntlet game. It's not for me. And I hated the advertisement for it.
Straight up, just drag them the whole time.
Yeah, well...
Sorry, Torchlight 2.
No, no, sorry. Like, I feel like your advertising was horrible for it. It was like cartoon characters playing the game. Like, characters in the game playing the game. And then eventually they showed the gameplay, which didn't look that good. It looked like a mobile game. I was just like very disappointed with it. And I'm wondering if Torchlight 1 was a mobile game to begin with.
I think it might have been.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
that name sounds super familiar to me. I feel like
Yeah.
it was probably a mobile game.
This might have been my favorite game coming up. Number 6. Might be Big Tone's favorite game too.
Big Tone. Picking up an indie game.
Tony, do you know what I'm about to say?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name of it.
No, because he doesn't have his notes open.
I had to write it down like 3 different times because I thought it was a different name every time. It is called
one second.
Skater XL.
Yeah, Skater XL. How could I forget?
Heaps right there.
How
with it.
could you fucking forget? No, I had Skateboard
Hawk.
XL, I had Skateboarder XL, and then I was like, oh no, it's Skater XL. But yeah, Skater XL. So this game, yes, physics-based game. No two tricks look the same or are the same. Graphically, to me, not that impressive. But if it's a solid, well-done, controlled skateboarding game, I am down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for a skateboarding game, the controls make all the difference, I feel like.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that's either probably going to make or break the game. And, I mean, they can either do it like Tony Hawk or do it like Skate.
But
If
they're
they do
not going to be doing it like Tony Hawk. It's going to be like Skate, I feel like.
Well, if they don't do
think
it
so,
either
too.
of those two ways, it's not going to be a good game. I'll
Yeah.
guarantee that.
I mean, I agree with you. But Skate was more like controlled base.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way that they're leaning as well. That was the vibe I was
I would
getting
hope
from
so.
it.
And I would hope every skateboarding game is like that from, here on out.
I feel like a lot of companies are scared to do skateboarding games, or they don't feel like it's worth the license to get skateboarders onto it or whatever. Like, there hasn't been a Tony Hawk in how many years?
Well, Tony Hawk 5 came out, but it wasn't good.
When was that? 360, right?
No, it was on the 1 and the PS4. It was early on that, though.
Okay.
And he had a mobile game come out, but I don't know.
That doesn't count.
that doesn't
I don't count mobile
Yeah, I
games.
don't
Sorry,
count
mobile
that.
game players, but
Nope.
you're wrong.
Yep.
Unless
You're Pokemon Go.
But yeah, Tony Hawk 5 was, I remember going and buying it and being like, yes, finally, another Tony Hawk, and then being just extremely disappointed in
And
the
why
way it
were
was
you
put together.
disappointed in it?
It was just, I feel like the playing of it and like the quests and, stuff they put in the game, it just didn't feel like the older Tony Hawks. It felt like kind of rigid, and it felt like unattainable. Some of the goals felt unattainable to me in a way. Like, it was just kind of like, well, I'm not interested. Like, Tony Hawk's Underground was fun. It was like there was like random shit everywhere, but then they came out with this and it was just like, well, this is bland. That's how it felt to me. But I mean, I loved the Tony Hawk series so much, but if they can't replicate the first couple, then like
It's not worth it.
it's not worth it to me. So hopefully this is kind of more on the Skate vibe, where you have more. It's more about controlling the board than
Exactly.
like the
And I
locations.
think it will be.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like to me, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's. The
So
vibe
what do you
is.
think about it, Tony? Because you're our biggest skateboarder gamer in this group. Like, what is your honest opinion about this? Are you hyped
I think
for
it looks cool, yeah. I don't know how they're going to make it work with having the tricks look different every time. I don't believe that.
I believe it.
I think it's probably about how you
How you
move
a
your
joystick,
controller,
yeah.
in the way.
Yeah.
Do we think that maybe they'll bring the Joy-Con like HD, all that stuff?
The rumble.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the like the motion of it. Do you think they're gonna play off of that more? Probably with.
Yeah, maybe you can flick the controller.
I'm hoping it's not like.
What if they get a little? You got like a Nintendo Labo kit. And you build
I
a
hope
little.
not.
No, listen. No.
As soon as I hear Labo, I'm like, nope.
Listen, no, hear me
My
out.
mind fucking shuts off. I
Hear
don't
me
want to hear
out.
any of it right now.
No, you got to hear me out because we're here.
All
You
right.
turn your Joy-Con
For
into
the
a little tech
podcast.
deck.
Nope.
Yes, and then you do little kick flips with.
I don't like it.
Nope.
Ah, come on, you guys
Nope.
are no fun.
But
Fuck no.
besides that, I have a feeling it's.
Nintendo call me. I
No,
have an
no,
idea.
no. I don't want to hear it.
I'll sell it. Don't worry about it.
Tony, I want to hear you.
I have a feeling the map isn't going to be very big, or it's going to be kind of like the Tony Hawk setup as far as maps where you go to different cities, or it's going to be like just different areas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not going to be probably as free roam as Skate.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that's what it looked
So
like.
it's going to
It
be
was
like you go session at a certain spot.
Yeah.
You go to the school, you go to the library,
Right.
have a sesh there. So I don't know. My expectations aren't super high for it, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm pretty sure they said 2020 was the release date.
I believe so.
And they didn't leave a month in that. So it's they got a whole another year plus some months to make this right. Because right now, in the video that I saw, it looked a little choppy. and I was like, like some of the like the moves that they were doing, it looked like they were like fucking up on, but it also looked like it was very unique.
It could
That
work.
each move
Yeah.
could be different.
It could
every
work
time.
because there's not. If you look at the market right now, what's the most recent skateboarding game that came out? Tony Hawk 5.
Oh, I think it's going to sell
Probably.
great.
Yeah, I think like
Even
that
if
that
it
market
sucks, I think
doesn't
it's
have
going to sell
much.
great.
Yeah.
But for them to say that every move is unique because of how you control it, if they can actually say that, where like every 100 times you might do the same move, whatever.
Well, they're
But
not going to
really,
put that in
like-
their marketing.
Yeah, but like
That's my
with
tagline.
every move might be unique in that sense. Like every 100 moves are going to be unique of the same move. They're going to kill it with that. You know, like they are going to so kill it because there hasn't been a good skateboard game. And if they don't need to buy the licensing for actual real skateboarders and it's just like make your own character or whatever type shit,
Design
or
your
just
own boards and stuff like that.
or like just like fucking pre-made characters even. Like it doesn't matter. It's all about the moves.
Yeah.
Skateboarding, man. It's all
not
about
about
the
the licensing.
manuals.
Although if I can't have a birdhouse deck on that game.
I also think though that they need to have the right music with
Oh, that's crucial.
it. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I recently found out and then followed them on Instagram. There is a Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Yeah.
cover band just for
All
the
songs.
soundtrack.
Yep.
That's amazing because that soundtrack, all those soundtracks.
Well, you know him, Tony.
He's the biggest fan. He was front row at all their shows.
I
Last
know.
tour.
I've never been to their shows or anything, but I heard about it a few months ago or something.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
you clue me in.
pretty hyped for it. I wonder if
See how
there's
it
like a
is.
Spotify channel for it or something.
Oh,
They
there's
should-
gotta be.
Yeah.
There's gotta be. But yeah, it was like called Birdman or something. I was like, this
That's
is
a good name.
the best idea anybody has ever had. And I mean, that's just so good.
I had better ideas.
No, you
No.
didn't.
Powdered water. You just add water. There's one.
The door's right there. You can.
Wow. This is my house.
Yeah, but you just shut me down on my tech deck idea.
Yeah,
Salty.
I did. Yeah, no, no. I'm so
paint
gonna
it.
shut you down on that. I'm sorry.
You could change the wheels.
Hey, write us in at precisellypod@outlook.com, right? Is that it?
And tell me that I'm right.
Yeah.
And tell me that I'm right. That's Bo for you. Tell me that I'm right. Let's see who's...
Maybe we should do a poll. Powdered water versus...
No. You know. Because I would win every time.
No, powdered water is gonna win. Just add water.
What's it called? The Nintendo foldable things?
Labo.
Lavo.
All right.
Cardboard.
He's about to
things.
make an Instagram story poll.
All right. The 7th game that was announced was Europa. This game reminded me of a mashup between Astrobot and Human Fall Flat, if you remember that game. It's a game that changes your perspective while walking. It looks cool. It looks like you can't really jump into it, so you walk up walls and the camera follows from behind. There's also an element of graffiti, which really piques my interest in it. Like, I don't know if the graffiti is just like a second, like, thinking behind it. Like, oh, let's just make the character be able to spray paint whatever he wants to. Like, I feel like it's almost like that. But it really looks like an Astrobot game to me, without the VR. What do you guys think?
It sounds kind of nifty. I mean, I'd probably check it out a little bit. I don't know if I'd buy it, but I'd definitely like to try it.
Yeah. The next one would be Super Hot. First-person shooter that time moves only when you move.
Isn't that how real life works?
No. You can stand still and time is still going.
Darn.
It'd
Darn
be
it.
nice, though.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so this game looks really pretty. This game's also been out for PSVR, I believe. Other VR units. I almost felt like it was out for the Wii for a while, but I don't think it was. Thinking of a different game. But yeah. This game looks cool. I want to play it. It's out now, right now, on the eShop. I want to see if they're going to make a physical release for it. Possibly. Did you guys watch the video for it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Tony's doing something right now.
He's trying to tell the public that I'm right.
He's looking up porn. Don't lie. I don't know what Tony's doing. So I'm going to keep going with the list. Next one is Dungeon Defenders Awaken Tower. Or Awaken. It's a tower builder and defender game. It's not for me.
I don't like those that much.
Let's
but I guess
keep going.
People who are into Clash of Clans and such will love it.
Yeah. So the next one actually did pique my interest a little bit. It's called The Taurus. The Taurus.
Yeah, The Tourist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a little bit.
So why did they spell Taurus with a Y?
I don't know.
Because they want to be special.
Yeah,
Nope,
just to make
hate
it a little bit different.
Yeah. That actually turned me off a lot.
Wow.
So to me,
Spell
the
your
game
names right or Bo won't like them.
Yeah. Shut up, Kelly. To me, the game looked really fun. But graphically, the game just really turned me off.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics aren't the best, but I like the idea of it, the story kind of.
It turned me off so much that it was like a dog eating a raw vegetable for a treat.
Some dogs like carrots.
Nope. Not
does.
my dogs.
Mine does. She's healthy.
It looks like a Minecraft game.
I never got into Minecraft, so...
Neither did I. And that's why it turned me off, too.
Yeah, I guess I
It
could
was just
see
a
that.
blocky game. Honestly, though, I feel like I'm going to download this game. I feel like I'm going to play it because it reminds me of, like, a Legend of Zelda game. Like, for SNES.
So, Zelda meets Minecraft.
Yeah, graphically. Unfortunately.
Interesting.
So that's the Taurus. I do want to play it. And I probably will play it. But I've been playing a lot of other games, so we'll see. Number 11. Skellboy. Skellboy, you swap your body parts. It's a beat 'em up. Graphically, it looks like Paper Mario, but not good.
I love Paper Mario.
I love Paper Mario too, but this game just doesn't look for me. Number 12, Earth Knight. So Earth Knight is all about dragons being the levels, and it's like a roguelike game where you're running across the backs of the dragons. And it looks fun. It looks very fast-paced. I actually really appreciated that there was a black female representation as a character to choose, and also a big bearded bald man.
It's important.
Yeah. Bald man with big beard and black lady.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's Kayla and me.
All right.
There you go. We know what you guys are playing then.
Number 13. Hotline Miami Collection. I've heard great things about this.
Yeah. This is one I kind of want to
This is
check
out
out
right now, too.
Yeah.
I believe.
I want to check this one out for sure because I've heard good things as well.
What have you heard?
Good things.
Great things.
Excellent things.
It's overhead 2D like sprite base. Not sprite, like 2D overhead action game.
I want to say the one I'm thinking of.
It got outlawed in Australia, so you gotta know that's good.
Or it's really offensive to Australians.
There's drug use in it. That's why.
There's kangaroo violence.
Yeah.
What, they can't have drug use in Australia?
Nope. Not in video games.
Really?
Yeah.
But so this is the one I was thinking of. There was a guy, and it's probably a super famous YouTube clip, but it's also one of my favorite YouTube videos ever because I can watch it and just crack up laughing. And I will show you it when we're done here because I'm not going to laugh like that on this podcast because people
I
will
want
hate
to
it.
hear you laugh.
No, it's ridiculous.
Let's play it right now.
Okay, well, this guy, I will narrate it for those at home.
I feel like you're not going to laugh like you want to laugh.
I'll try. So this guy, he's a streamer, and he uploaded this clip of him playing this game, Hotline Miami. And he gets really excited in this clip. If you've seen it, you know what it is. He gets really excited about this idea he has about how he's going to beat this part of the level. I'm going to try to show it to both of you right now. Let's see. Maybe the viewers at home will hear the music on the YouTube video.
All right.
So,
we're looking at it.
Yeah, this game looks really good.
All right. He's running around.
And now he has his idea.
All right.
And you can see that he can put both of his hands to the side as he goes down a hallway with 2 guns.
Very cool.
And now he puts his glasses down.
What? Wait, he just died.
He dies immediately.
Oh.
And that's why it's my favorite because he gets so hyped. He plays his hype music and he puts his little glasses down and he's like real into it. And he thinks he's like
great.
super hot shit. And then all of a sudden, these two
nope,
enemies come out.
Nope. He was dead.
Yep. And
Yeah.
done. That's why
I like that.
the first time I saw it, I probably watched
was
it about
funny.
50 times. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite YouTube clips.
That was funny.
But anyway, that game looks fantastic, and I've always wanted to play it. So
Same.
the
And
fact
I
that this
think-
collection is coming out is going to be
and I
great.
think I might actually download that tonight.
Now you're
probably
inspired,
not
but
tonight.
don't put your guns out down a hallway.
Yeah, don't do that. So back to the list. Now I'm going to run down the rest of the games real quick because that's what Nintendo did in the indie preview.
And that's how they normally
had 2-second clips of all the other indie games. So I'm just going to name the titles real fucking quick unless it's one game that I want to talk about. Number 14, Blasphemous. Number 15, Close to the Sun. Number 16, Cat Quest 2. Number 17, Spiritfarer. Number 18, Tribe 4, The Nightmare Prince. Number 19, Creature in the Well. Number 20, Creature in the Well actually looks like a really good game. That's a pinball action-based game where you're a person that's like fighting things, I guess, and there's a ball that you have to hit back to like hit shit. It's a pinball-like game. That actually looks cool. Number 20, One Finger Death Punch.
Sequel to Five Finger Death Punch.
Number 21, Best Friend Forever. It's a dog dating game.
Have you ever played the pigeon dating game?
No.
Had a full boyfriend?
No.
Oh, you're
Is that
missing
like a
out.
Flash game?
Basically, yeah. It's like that
Okay.
Japanese dating game, but they replaced the actual Japanese guys with pigeons.
No.
Oh, it's on Steam if you play on PC or
That's
anything.
not for me, Kelly.
Oh, you should. It was like $1 on Steam. It was
But this
worth it.
game, Best Friend Forever, it's a dog dating game.
I'm
where
also
you're
interested
not,
in that.
You're not dating the dogs, you're dating the owners to get to the dogs.
Oh man, that's insane.
And to me, I feel like that's sort of cool. Like, I respect that. I saw a really cute dog today on the way home from work. I was all about it. Number 22, Phogs. Phogs. Number 23, What the Golf. Number 24, Kine. Number 25, Hyperchange. Number 26, Northgard. Number 27, Sparklight. Number 28, Munchkin Quaked. And number motherfucking 29, one of my most hype games that I am so happy to hear that is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Ori and the motherfucking Blind Forest.
That's the real title.
I am so happy for this. I am so happy for this. I almost bought an Xbox One just to fucking play this game. Do you guys know anything about this game?
No, but you sound pretty hyped, so why don't you take it away, pal?
I mean, to me, this is I'm more so hyped for my wife to play this game. Not just me. But I want to play it with her the whole time. Like, I want to watch her and play it with her, or play while she's playing, like, whatever. So obviously one player game, platformer puzzle game, and that's the type of game that she likes to play. It's the type of game that I'm down to play with her. But graphically, super beautiful, sounds, music, all that, so great. It was always an Xbox exclusive game, but now they have come to the bright side and ported it to the Nintendo.
That, I bet, is from the collaboration between Xbox and Nintendo, like they did with Cuphead.
Yep.
And I'm sure they'll do with a lot more games now. So this might just be
it's
the start
Xbox just trying to get their games out there that are actually good games, because not enough people are playing on Xbox.
Hey, now.
Comparatively to PS4 or Switch. You know, some people are like, well, do you think Switch games will come to Xbox? Probably not.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Because they don't need to. You know?
No, the people that are playing Xbox don't want to play Switch games.
Yeah, that too.
I don't think so.
But people that play Switch want to play certain Xbox games.
I would agree to that.
Like Ori and Cuphead. Cuphead was a huge success for the Switch. So, yeah, I'm very excited for Ori and the Blind Forest.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, that Nintendo Indie World was a great success in my eyes. I felt like they covered so many great games. I'm looking forward to playing a lot of them, honestly. Don't have all the money for them, but yeah, a lot of good games coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
Link's Awakening coming out soon.
That's happening real soon.
And guess what
Is
else?
it real soon?
November?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, Borderlands. Life's about to get real awesome.
Yeah. Tell me about it. So, about Animal Crossing.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I got hyped last week and
Did you get into it again?
I dove right in. You know,
I did too.
And
we
you
have not
texted me. Yeah.
Yeah, we have not connected
Well,
yet.
I haven't figured out. So my internet isn't connecting to my 3DS. I don't know why. So I have to figure that out. But that's why I haven't figured out like how to do that. But I've been playing, and I came back to my town, and my little animals were so happy to see me.
Did they abandon you?
No, nobody left. But they did tell me it has been a year since I had been visited.
Oh, it's only been a year.
So, I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, they
That's
stuck it out
alright.
for me. So thank you to the citizens of Hyrule for sticking it out for me. Mayor Kelly's back, and things are better than
When
ever.
can you change the town name?
You have to do like a couple things, and then you get to name it. It's pretty early in the game that you can.
Mine's so breezy. Is that like the?
What?
My town name is
You
breezy.
didn't pick that?
No.
Oh, okay, then I don't know.
But there was 2 other save files on my cartridge.
Oh, you don't think it's somebody else's then?
It might be.
Because I'm pretty sure you get to pick it pretty early, and I don't
Okay.
think you like get a town name when you start.
Yeah, because
it.
those 2 people's houses are still there.
Oh, yeah. Then you are just playing on somebody else's file.
Fuck.
Now you gotta start all over. But
Nope. No, I'm fine. If anything, I'm just gonna auction off all their fucking shit into mine.
yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came back that night. I was playing in bed, and like they had a little fireworks show for all the animals, and I was like, "This is great." You know, it was just so relaxing. You could just watch these little pixelated fireworks
Yo,
go
honestly,
off in the
I
background.
feel like they're having fireworks every night.
Yeah,
because
because it's summer. Yeah.
I
they
have
do
no
that.
idea why. I'm like, oh my god! Every time I log in, I'm like, "There's fireworks show!" Ah!
Yeah, I know, it's wild. I took the bug contest championship the other day. Came out with the Most impressive bug. I don't even remember what I caught.
I
But
just sold a butterfly for 2,500.
are you putting them into your museum?
Not that one because I was able to sell it for 2,500. I was like, fuck that, fuck the museum. I'm selling that bitch.
My museum is pretty much almost complete, but yeah.
So if you have an insect that's already there, do they accept it or no?
No, they won't. It's same with fossils and fish
I wasn't sure.
and art and things like
Yeah,
that.
no, I sold a very pricey butterfly. I forget what it was called, but yeah, it was like 2,500. When I caught it, he like named the name and was like, "This is a very rich butterfly," and I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna see how much this is worth," and just like price that one out. And it was 2,500. I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take that."
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that game is so fun though. It's so relaxing. It's just
I've been shaking trees, collecting oranges, collecting bugs, collecting a lot of fossils. It's nice when there's a repeated fossil because you can sell it for a lot of money. Yeah, I gotta log in tonight to see my newly updated house because I upgraded from a tent to a house.
Oh, there you go.
And I have a shit ton of money right now. Probably like 20,000, whatever.
Rolling in it. You're gonna have to start some projects and all that other fun
excited.
stuff.
Yeah.
Start expanding. That'd be good.
I did it a while ago, but you gotta save every time, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, you do have to save and quit. Yeah. Or else Rossetti will come yell at you.
I actually, I learned, like, by the time I get onto my 3DS, Tom Nook's house or whatever, or, like, the realtor's house is closed. After 8 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, so I set my 3DS clock back yesterday, a couple hours, so that when I do log in, I can still see him, which has helped a lot.
That's good.
I bought turnips for too much money the other day.
You got burned on the turnips.
He was like 92, and I was like, cool, I'll buy them at 92 a piece, whatever. Bought them, and they were never that much every day, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And then they spoiled because I didn't go there on the last day to sell them.
Yeah, the turnips can.
They spoil after a week.
Yep, they can. Yeah. They can burn you. But that's
so
cool.
It is what it is. But I am enjoying the game. To me, it's not what I wanted exactly, but it's what I want as a chill game to log in for a half an hour a day.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, like there's not that many things that you can do a day.
No, it's not a game you can sit and play for 3 hours and just waste your evening doing, but it is something that if you need to take your mind off of something for a half an hour, or if you just need to fill a gap in your day, like I said, on my lunch breaks or something, it was perfect. Just go do what you need to do for your town and then be done with it, and you've done it for the day.
And if you really wanted to, you could be doing things for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. But there's options, and as you...
But you don't have to at all.
Yes, as you grow your town, you'll start to see there's expansions and things that show up. Like the island and the camping site, you get more places up on your plaza that they have, like, shops and stuff. So you have more things to do that could take, if you really wanted to sit down and play the game for 3 hours, you absolutely could.
Yeah.
And you would enjoy it. But, I mean, for me, it's just like, something quick that I can do and just enjoy it and relax. There's nothing stressful. There's nothing that was frustrating. And it's just like, it's just wholesome.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just a wholesome game.
So I played a bunch of games these past 2 weeks. One being one that I told Tony about, Rex Ronin Experimental Surgeon. Have you heard about this game?
I have not.
Super Nintendo. I would love to get the cartridge of this because it's the most ridiculous sounding game. And I was like, oh, I want to try this out. It's all about cleaning teeth and like I'm trying to think what game it reminds me of. I can't think of it right now. But you're like a human base like sprite looking thing, but very like human like in 16-bit form, cleaning teeth, but then also shooting robots and aliens and stuff all at the same time. And I got really far into it. And you like gain points for like cleaning plaque off of teeth, and then I went into the lungs and like started cleaning like shit off the lungs and just helping this motherfucker that I got microscoped into his body, you know. But yeah, that was a fun game, but not a good game. Very broken.
That sounds amazing, and like the way that I'm imagining it, because
It's fun to play for a half an hour as well.
yeah, it sounds like, you know, I'm thinking about you like drilling teeth and then all of a sudden like shooting something, so you're just like flipping your drill around, you know, and like shooting out the other side. That sounds so cool, but like I'm sure it's not as cool as I'm imagining.
No.
But
No,
I like the idea.
SNES.
I'll have to check it out.
Also played Fatal Fury 2.
That was a Freudian slip there.
Yes, it was a little bit. Have you played this game?
So I think I've played a little bit of it.
It's like Street Fighter.
Yes, but back to the point where I suck at fighting games, I don't usually seek them out or try to own them, aside from I think like, I have a Mortal Kombat or two.
So to me, it's better than Street Fighter. There's 2 different panes that you can go from, like the foreground or the background to fight on.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's really action based. The controls work very well. Highly enjoyed it, but it's just a fighting beat 'em up game type thing where, to me, that's good for 15 minutes, you know?
Yeah, it's not something.
But I got to try it out, and I highly enjoyed it.
That's cool. I think I have tried it once, but at somebody's house or something at some point, and I just am terrible at those games, so I just know that I'm not going to pick it up.
Yeah. So I also started Final Fantasy 2. Have you ever played that?
I'm not a huge Final Fantasy person either.
Okay. Neither am I, sort of. Never played a lot of the PlayStation ones, but played 3 almost through. But started 2. To me, it's a typical RPG game.
Yeah, they kind of set the standard there for it.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
It starts off with your typical evil king. You're a knight that feels like what you're doing is wrong. You go to a town to deliver a package, and once you get there, the package opens up and burns the whole town, killing off everyone except one girl that's a caller. You try to rescue her, but she engages in battle and calls on a giant that summons a massive earthquake, and then it starts the game off, essentially.
Just a normal Tuesday.
And you like adopt this like young girl that has these supernatural powers, and you just start fucking shit up. And it's really fun. Like, I'm really enjoying it, but it is a typical JRPG. I am enjoying it a lot, though. I do recommend it. I'm playing it off of a emulator. But yeah, good game.
That sounds cool.
What else?
What else have you been playing?
I beat Super Mario Maker 2.
Hey, nice. I still haven't started mine yet. I'm such a slacker. It's sitting there.
I just bought my friend Super Mario Maker 2 as well. I bought him the actual game with a 12-month service for internet access, because he hasn't bought that yet for himself. And I'm like, this comes with it. Here you are. There's no excuses. Get on it so we can play Super Smash Brothers or whatever.
Nice. So, do you think you're gonna venture into making your own levels, or?
No. I want to. I was playing my buddy Joey Shabadoo or whatever.
My man.
That is his actual Instagram handle, Joey Shabadoo. Something like that.
Bootyful Joe.
Yeah. I was playing his one level, and I liked it a lot. It was very difficult. It was something where I was just like, fuck, this sucks. But it's also doable. But I kept running out of time, and I kept dying eventually before, like, like time ran out before I could complete the level. But then he told me what I needed to do, so I have to go back to actually see if I can just do that to beat the level. There's a lot of keys involved with it. No, I don't think I'm going to create my own level, honestly. Like, I would just rather play other people's levels right now.
I think that would probably be more my speed too.
Yeah.
Once I get into it, I don't think I want
The
to.
story mode, though, is amazing.
Yeah, I've heard, it's good, and I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah.
So that is on my list of things to do.
Absolutely. So I did No Man's Sky VR, which has been a recent update. Tony, you played it too a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about it.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, I guess I only played a little bit trying to get the ship together. Controls are decent. A lot of time that you spend in the menu.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's cool to be in VR.
It looks interesting. I mean, I walked in and you guys had it up. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it more than I enjoyed just a regular No Man's Sky. So if you bought the original No Man's Sky or download the original No Man's Sky like I did, re-download it, update it, because they've been patching it like crazy, and now there's a VR setting for free.
So you think this is their like final attempt to save this game before they call it?
No, because they've patched it twice in the past 2 days already.
Oh, I mean, like as far as like major, like major upgrades to this game. Do you think?
No, I think they're going to
keep going?
It. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And for free, which is amazing to me.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people it was very hit or miss. There was no in between. It was like you either liked it or you absolutely hated it. And I think that a lot of people fell on that hated it bandwagon. And
yeah,
so
I wasn't a hater on it, but I was a little disappointed that I bought it at the time. I was like, this isn't for me. Like, it's a lot of menu shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, it just very open, but you still have to do so many different things before you get somewhere. But right now where I'm at in the game, I'm about to blast off into outer space, and I can't wait for it. Like, I'm so excited. So, like, with the VR set, you see everything crazy style. Like, you're in the world. You're in that planet that you're in. And it's beautiful and amazing. But graphically, it's a little subdued, where it looks a little foggy. Like, it doesn't look as good as it could, I feel like. And I feel like they're going to patch that to make it look a little sharper.
I can get that. I mean, it seems like a lot of the games that weren't like when I first got like my VR headset, a lot of the games that weren't specifically engineered for VR, it seemed like the games got really choppy. For instance, I bought Skyrim on VR. I returned it the next day. It looked terrible.
Do you have a VR set?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I looked terrible. I got like so sick. I didn't even get, the dragon showed up and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, we're done here. And so
is it a different game?
No, it's the same
you have
thing.
To buy with VR?
Well, I mean, I don't.
Do you have to like buy the VR version?
That I don't know. I know that I did when it was.
Okay.
But it was like a year or two ago. Whenever that came out, I bought Skyrim and it said like with VR, so I don't know if they actually patched it or like
Yeah.
But anyway, that it was totally different to me from say what's it called, Rush of Blood that I played on there, the one where you're.
Yeah, I never played that.
That was fun. I liked that. I liked it was like a roller coaster vibe and you just like shot things, but it was also kind of spooky. And then we got to giant spiders and I haven't touched the game since because I can't do that.
Spiders.
No, I can't. I had to draw the line there because
spiders.
of spiders. But it was fantastic. But that game was specifically VR only and it looked great. And Skyrim was not VR only, but it had a VR mode and it looked like ass. And I was like, I wonder if games that come out like that are gonna be just like significantly worse.
Yeah.
So hopefully they fix that. I mean like graphically worse.
Yeah, like it's not bad. It's bearable. You know, like
I can do
graphically, it's
Skyrim, but
bearable.
I'm sure it's gotten better at this point.
But the VR version of No Man's Sky has intrigued me enough to want to keep playing it to see what else is out there with it.
That seems like a good game to do VR in,
And
because
especially
it's
with
exploration.
the free update, like
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
amazing that they did that. I highly recommend anyone that owns it or hasn't owned it but can find it at GameStop for like $5 or $10 because it's an older game. It's from 2016. Like Tony and I uploaded my 2016 save file to play it, and it works great. Like you can just
I
go
don't think
back
it's-
into your old save file and start playing in VR as long as you have the VR head unit.
Yeah, I don't think it's more than $10, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, people sell it cheap all the time, so it should be a pretty easy find for anybody that's interested in trying it. And I might have to pick up a cheap copy and check it out now.
Yeah. So, besides that, I've been playing a little bit of Moonlighter. Just started that for the Switch, which I bought used at GameStop, which might have been my first used Switch game that I've bought. It was like $26. Really cool. It's like graphically like Legend of Zelda. What is it called? Not Link's Awakening. What's the Super Nintendo game that we played?
Link to the
Link
Past.
to the Past.
Link to the Past, yeah. Fuck me.
Whew, you just got your gamer card revoked on that one.
Yeah, my beer's hitting me. Either way, enjoying it. I want to finish it, but we'll see. It hasn't like grasped me that hard. But essentially, you're going into dungeons, you defeat monsters, you gather their materials, and then you sell them during the day in your mart. So you set prices, and people like the prices, or they don't like the prices and walk away from it. If they like it, they buy it right away. You sell it, then you upgrade it. You can upgrade your town then. Upgrade like a weaponry, a potion shop, all different things.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, pretty fun. That's about it that I have.
Nice. Good. It's good stuff. My life's been pretty crazy, so I haven't touched many games this week. I was doing some more Fallout 76. That's really piqued my interest in the way that I just get on my Xbox at night and just go explore an open world for an hour or two.
Yeah.
That's really what I've been doing, and then I'll stumble upon something and I'll be like, oh, there's a quest, and maybe I'll do some of it, or maybe I won't, and just keep walking. And that's like the freedom that I enjoy with that right now is, there's, you can do your quests, or you can just be like, all right, just feel like I'm going to walk around for a while today and just do whatever I come across. So that's been pretty cool. Obviously Animal Crossing. And then the other thing I've actually been doing in preparation is I'm playing Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS and getting ready for Halloween and getting ready for the new one.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite games, so and something I always play once the fall rolls around. So
Luigi's Mansion.
yeah, I've probably played it a million times, it feels like, but it's
a short game.
Yeah, and it's good every time.
On the GameCube.
Yes, but I'm playing the 3DS version this year.
Okay.
On my replay, so we'll see. Because I haven't really put that much time into the 3DS version when it came out. And if I have time, I'll get to the second one, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good game.
Hell yeah. So, wrapping it up, I want to shout out some people. I want to shout out the Gaming Podcast Alliance that we're a part of. You can find a bunch of cool gaming podcasts at gamingpodcastalliance.com, including us. One of them that might not be on it right now is Purple Dungeon Squid. They're podcasts that really got me into podcasting to begin with. Instead of beer and video games, they're all about the Mary J and video games. They're some Canadian fuckers that like to talk about video games. So check them out at Purple Dungeon Squid on Instagram or any podcast service. Another shout out would be Inside Voices Gaming on YouTube. It's a husband and wife that play video games with each other, and all their videos are so funny to watch because really the wife is just messing with the husband the whole time. I watched one of their videos where they did a Mario Maker video where the wife made a Mario Maker level and the husband was trying to play it and just kept getting messed up by the things that she put into the level that screwed him up.
That was a great video. That was really
Yeah,
funny.
you watched it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a long one, but it was funny.
It is super funny, and super funny how he reacts to it. So give them a follow, subscribe to them at Inside Voices Gaming on YouTube. Give us a follow on Instagram at Precisely Podcast. Give myself a follow at Bose_Game Room. Give Tony a follow at
Precisely_Tony.
And give Kelly a follow at
Highway to Kill.
That's 2 L's.
2 L's. Duh.
And we do have shirts still for sale on eBay. Just search up Precisely Podcasts on eBay. We do have a Patreon going on still. It is patreon.com/precisely. And yeah.
You can elect to get on that Discord server through the Patreon, and you can tell me that I'm right and tell Bo that he's wrong.
Exactly. We would love for you to do that. Just at $1 donation, you can do that. So,
he's just gonna grow with it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to fight anymore.
Yeah, just let me know that I'm wrong for $1. Thank you guys for listening, and as always, have a good night.
We out.
Bye.